Adventures of Gardus. James S.E.F. Cook and Mary Sarah Cook have a baby, a little one. They named him Jeremy Joseph Cook. He was a very sick baby. The moment he was born he was very ill and was in the hospital for weeks. Then finally the doctors start seeing changes. 2 years later, Jeremy starts to finally start actually walking. His dad and mother are so proud of him. 5 years later, on a peaceful night he looks up at the stars and sees such a beautiful light in the sky and dreams of him being there. One step for the first man, I think I will name the planet Gardus, Jeremy says. In the morning, his mother asks him, "Hey Jeremy, how are you feeling?" Jeremy responds, "I'm feeling amazing. I dreamed about going to the stars and seeing a planet that I named Gardus." Mary tells Jeremy, "Listen son, you got some big dreams, don't lose hope, maybe you can travel the stars someday." Jeremy smiles and gives his mother a hug. Then asks, "Where's Dad at?" Mary tells him, "He's out on another business trip." Jeremy hugs her tighter. "I miss Dad," as he turns his smile into a frown. Later in the night the TV flashes red as the news shows, reading, "Alert, major car crash on Highway 43 in Cornfield." Then Jeremy asks his mother, "Mom, didn't you say Dad was coming home tonight through that area?" His mother tells him, "Yes son, I hope he is okay. I hope he isn't the one that got in a wreck." The TV now shows the case that one person is badly hurt. As the name reads, James S.E.F. Cook is injured badly and is currently on the way to the hospital. As both Jeremy and Mary read the words on the screen, they feel a big chill go down their spine. They rush to get their jackets, shoes and clothes on. Now that they know he has been sent to Austin Hospital. The moment they get there they ask the person that checks people in, "Is James S.E.F. Cook here?" The man named Chance tells them, "Yes, he is down the hall in door 454. Jeremy and his mother rush to the room and hurry to see James badly hurt with a broken leg and a fractured arm. Mary holds James's hand gently and asks in a worried tone, "Hey, you okay? I just heard that you got in a terrible car crash." James mumbles, "Yes, I'm hanging in there." Jeremy asks his dad, "Do you think I will be able to travel to the stars someday?" His dad says, "Yes son, anything is possible in life, it's what routes you take to get there that make it possible." Jeremy smiles and hugs his dad. Then Jeremy and Mary go home. 9 months later. James' doctor tells him, "You're looking good, I think you can go home in a few days. Just got to make sure nothing bad happens to you before we let you go." James says, "Thanks doc for taking care of me, I appreciate it." A few days go by, he is now able to go home. Jeremy and Mary are so excited to see James again. Later that night, Jeremy is watching his one fave star, that one day he will name Gardus. He falls asleep watching the stars. After he falls asleep, Mom checks on him and notices he isn't tucked in bed, so she goes and tucks him in bed, pulling his blanket up till it reaches his neck, then leaves him alone for the night and goes and sleeps with James. In the morning they wake up to a little rain. 1 year later. Jeremy is now able to go into elementary school. James tells Jeremy, "Good luck son. Don't forget to try and make friends." Jeremy's mother tells him, "Honey, be safe and don't go and make enemies, be kind to everyone." Jeremy says, "I promise Mom I will be on my best behavior." Jeremy nods and walks out the door and starts walking to school. As Jeremy is almost at school, he meets some kids, and asks them their names, and finds out their names are Vance and Lara. "Hey new kid, what is your name?" Vance asks. "The name's Jeremy." They then continued walking to school together. Vance asked, "You new to these parts, Jeremy?" Jeremy responds, "Yeah, family moved to this part of the town a couple weeks ago." They then continue walking and nobody talks. Sometime later they then reach the school. Vance says, "Welcome to your new school." Jeremy thanks Vance and asks Lara, "Hey you, okay?" You haven't talked the rest of the time we were walking, Lara responds. Yeah, I'm okay, I guess. The three of them then walk to the front doors of the school and then they walk in. Vance yells, "Welcome to Vixter Elementary School." "Thanks Vance," Jeremy says. Vance asks, "What class do you got to deal with, Jeremy?" Jeremy responds, "I got Max." Vance responds, "I looks like we are in the same class." Both of them ask Lara, "What class you got?" She says, "Sadly I'm in none of y'all's class." Jeremy says, "Look, you don't need us in your class, trust me, you can live on without us." Both Jeremy and Vance walk together to their class. Time goes slow but Jeremy gets through it. 8 years pass, then he finally gets a class he really wanted to be in, aerospace, to learn more about space and how to become an astronaut so he can travel to the star he named himself. He is so excited he finally gets in. Sadly, Vance didn't want to go, but that didn't stop Jeremy because he wanted to make his dream a reality. So, a couple years pass, and he graduates high school, and his parents are so proud of him. And better yet, he got the one thing he wanted to do, have the ability to go and join a program to become an astronaut. He passed it in the matter of a year, and he finally gets to put his bad past behind and look up to accomplishing his dream. But later finds out that he didn't want to just travel to his own planet, he now realizes why not travel to all of the planets. He gets his space suit on and then helps his peers out with getting the rocket ready for liftoff. Safety protocol. 10 minutes later, there's just little time remaining before everyone should be strapped on and ready for takeoff, but one thing bothers him. Where is everyone else at? There were more than this many people boarding this rocket. But with 2 minutes remaining, he didn't have enough time to figure out where the rest went. So, he just stays buckled in and waits for liftoff. The 10 seconds buzzer goes off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. The rocket blasts in the air with fire traveling with it from the engines going fast. Then 1 minute later they are in space. And the engines being heard in the background. Time is everything. The gravity in the rocket is gone and someone seconds later turns the gravity back on. "Welcome to space," a person says. Everyone laughs. Jeremy looks out the window of the rocket and watches as many planets are just hovering. He smiles but then gets sad and anxious because he doesn't see the one planet he saw in his own window years ago.